All right, I'll wait till she gets her wine. Does everybody have wine?
Thank you. I'm good. I will sit there, Trish.
So, as you all know, I think, my name is LuRu. I'm really happy to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. The impetus for this exhibit was basically thinking about the changing seasons. Here in Florida, so many people say that there are no seasons, but of course there are seasons. And over the past few years, I've really started to pay attention and notice what those changes are in our seasons, because they're a lot more subtle, obviously. So this whole exhibit is about that, and a lot of the paintings that are the light reactive paintings are based on interviews that I did with other people that are either grew up here or are from someplace far away, and what their perception and what they miss, what's different, kind of comparing and contrasting. So there's two things that go along with seasons. There are natural cycles of plants and animals, and then there are holidays and rituals and ceremonies that are associated with different kinds of spirituality. So this show addresses both things. And starting out here, the botanicals that you see on the black curtain, these are all different plants, and they're mostly trees and some shrubs that bloom at very specific times of the year. So if you are familiar and kind of in tune with these plants these plants, you'll start to kind of pay attention. So this one is the Starburst Clerodendron, and it is in February, and I always call it the Valentine's Day because it's so frilly, and it just looks like Valentine's Day to me. I think you'll all recognize the frangipani, which comes out in the spring, the mango tree, and also avocados fruit in the summer, and that is a really huge indicator, and also just something that people really enjoy about being here is our fruiting trees. And then the sea grapes, which is late summer into fall. And then over here we have the aptly named Christmas palm, which has these beautiful red berries. Mine are actually blooming now as well. So this tree actually does have multiple times, but in December it is almost always blooming. This is the Tababuya, the yellow tree that comes out in March. And if you've ever driven around here, you'll see them. It's just like an explosion of color. And then of course the poinciana, the red flambeau or flamboyant. These are just gorgeous trees. And then I put in here the bromeliad as well. We have there's like 250 kinds of bromeliads, but this one in particular, I have it in my garden. It really starts to send out stalks at about this time of year, and it very much looks like autumn to me, with this kind of the color scheme and everything, and it's very pokey. So that's what all of these are about. I originally wanted to do these in color changing, but I couldn't get the color of the plant to match up with the color. So eventually I decided that I knew I was putting this big black box in here. I might as well decorate it a little bit. So I decided to have the botanicals out here. So with that, we can go ahead and go on and step inside to my black box tent here.